here, and welcome back to my Breath of the Wild review. Now, sorry that the last episode kind of ended. It's because the software I use has a watermark, and of course, it only allows up to 5 minutes. I will be right back. So, what was I trying to get across with the shrines? Well, the shrines, they seem to be kind of like, they feel like half of a dungeon. Like, you do 4 shrines, and that's how it feels. Like, 4 shrines make a dungeon in the Zelda world, I like to say. But here's the thing. Nobody asked for the dungeons to be taken out. Sure, they asked for improvements of dungeons. But really, it's really the improve that seemed to be a downgrade with the shrines. The shrines, of course, are like, if you don't know, the shrines are the puzzles. Like, do that, you get a spirit orb, you can upgrade your hearts. And well, here's the thing. With the shrines, it doesn't seem to be like, it doesn't really make you coming back. Not to mention, some of them have the dreaded motion controls. And motion controls, they're kind of the worst thing ever. In some instances, it can be fun, but in others, it can't. Which is what I'm trying to get across with Breath of the Wild. If you're going to include so many bloody shrines, then you have to make sure they're fun, keep the player intrigued, and make sure they're not too hard or not too easy. I'd recommend taking out the motion control shrines and maybe putting a bit of a lesser number. And here's the thing. The shrines, they're way too hard to find. Sure, we have the shrine helper to find when you get at a certain point in the game, but really it doesn't do it. And really, the only dungeon you have is Hyrule Castle. Now, there will be a few spoilers now. Well, with the review, you probably could tell there's going to be spoilers. But here's the thing. It's said that the shrines are supposed to show the promise of a hero to Hyrule. But Link, sure, he's supposed to be the hero of Hyrule, hero of time. In fact, sometimes even the hero of trains. But with this game, it doesn't really simplify that everything is on your shoulders. Like, now, pardon my language, you fuck up, you just restart. You fuck up in other games, you lose stuff. Breath of the Wild, you might lose 1 or 2 rupees. Rupees are the currency for those who don't know. So, I mean, really, I'm going back to the Great Plateau now. The Great Plateau is just shrines. It's just 4 shrines. Go, boom, do them. And then, here's the thing. Once you realise that the old man at the start of the game is King Bosphoramus Hyrule, it doesn't feel like, oh my god, he's the king, oh my god. No, it just feels like, oh, cool. And here's another problem I have with the game. The Korok Forest. The Korok Forest is just, first off, it's way too hard to find. Second off, the Trials of Wood. I know that sounds wrong. The Trials of Wood, they don't really They're way